Hey everyone, welcome to the BS Coins world. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting and uncovering the truth about one of the most sought-after modern coins, the 2009 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Could you have one of these in your pocket or coin jar? And could it be worth millions of dollars? Stick around to find out. First, let's talk about why the 2009 Lincoln penny is so special. In 2009, the United States Mint released a series of commemorative pennies to celebrate the bicentennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth and the centennial of the Lincoln cent. There were 4 unique reverse designs issued that year, each representing a different stage of Lincoln's life: his birth and early childhood in Kentucky, his formative years in Indiana, his professional life in Illinois, and his presidency in Washington, D.C. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Most 2009 pennies were minted at either the Philadelphia Mint, which doesn't include a mint mark, or the Denver Mint, marked with a small d. However, collectors have reported finding 2009 pennies with unique characteristics that could make them worth a fortune. Specifically, certain no-mint mark pennies have become highly valuable due to errors, variations, or high-quality grading. Let's break this down step by step. The first thing to look for is the overall condition of your coin. Grading is one of the most important factors when determining a coin's value. Coins graded as MS or mint state are in pristine condition, with no signs of wear or damage. An MS 68 or higher grade is incredibly rare and can skyrocket the value of a 2009 penny. In some cases, these high-grade coins have sold at auctions for thousands of dollars. Imagine finding one of these in your change. Next, keep an eye out for any errors or anomalies. Some of the most valuable coins are those with minting errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or missing details. For example, a double die error on a 2009 Lincoln penny could easily make it worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Check your coins under magnification for any unusual patterns or inconsistencies. Another factor to consider is rarity. Although 2009 pennies were minted in large quantities, the no-mint mark versions from Philadelphia tend to have fewer high-grade examples, making them more desirable to collectors. Combine rarity with exceptional quality or a unique error, and you could have a coin worth a small fortune. Now, let's address the big question: are these pennies really worth millions of dollars? While it's true that some rare coins fetch millions at auctions, those are typically ancient coins, gold coins, or extremely rare minting errors. A 2009 no-mint mark Lincoln penny in perfect condition with an extraordinary error might fetch tens of thousands of dollars at best. Still, that's an incredible return on a single penny. So, how can you find out if your 2009 penny is valuable? Start by closely examining the coin under good lighting. Look for any unusual details, minting errors, or signs of exceptional quality. If you think your coin might be valuable, consider having it professionally graded by a reputable organization like PCGS or NGC. Grading can confirm its condition and authenticity, which is essential for selling it at auction or to collectors. Value in market $1 million. Finally, remember that coin collecting is as much about history and passion as it is about value. Even if your 2009 Lincoln penny isn't worth millions, it's still a piece of history that commemorates one of America's greatest leaders. So, what are you waiting for? Go through your change, check your coin jars, and see if you have a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Who knows? You might just strike it rich with a 2009 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more amazing coin stories and tips. I'm going to talk about a rare and valuable coin that might be sitting in your pocket right now: the 2008 mint mark Lincoln penny. These seemingly ordinary coins could be worth millions of dollars in the right condition. Stick around as we dive into the story behind this incredible coin, its value, and how you can find one. The 2008 Lincoln penny, An overview: the Lincoln penny is one of the most recognizable coins in U.S. currency. It has been minted for over a century and features President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side. But while the design has stayed largely the same, certain years and mint marks carry hidden value. The 2008 Lincoln penny, minted in Denver, is a particular coin that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike. At first glance, it might seem like just another regular penny, but there's more to the story. The key to its value. So, what makes the 2008 Lincoln penny so special? It all comes down to a combination of factors: rarity, condition, and errors. There were several things that set the 2008 penny apart from others produced that year. First, the 2008 penny was minted in large quantities, with nearly 3 billion produced. But what sets the coin apart is the presence of subtle, yet valuable, error varieties that have been discovered by numismatists over the years. These errors, especially in minting or design, can significantly increase the coin's value. The 2008 penny with error, double die obverse. One of the most famous varieties of the 2008 penny is the double die obverse. This is a type of error where the design on the coin is struck twice, causing the details to appear doubled. The doubled effect is most noticeable on Lincoln's face, the lettering, and the date. These coins are extremely rare and sought after by collectors. The double die obverse error occurs when the die, which is used to stamp the design onto the blank penny, shifts slightly during the minting process. This results in a second, slightly misaligned impression of the design, making the coin stand out from the rest. The 2008 double die obverse penny can fetch a value of several $1,000s, depending on its condition. The condition matters. Why grading is crucial when it comes to rare coins. Condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. Even small imperfections can significantly reduce a coin's value. For the 2008 penny, the value can range dramatically depending on its grade. A penny in mint state, MS 65 condition, can be worth around $500 to $1,000, while a well-preserved MS 67 or higher grade coin could fetch several $1,000s. However, the real treasure lies in finding a 2008 penny with a double die obverse error in top-tier condition, the $1 million coin. A rare find. While most 2008 Lincoln pennies are worth just a few cents, a well-preserved, error-free or error-specific coin can be worth far more. In rare instances, 2008 pennies with significant errors have been sold for millions of dollars at auction. One of these extraordinary finds can become a collector's dream, attracting massive bids from numismatists and investors. How to spot a valuable 2008 penny? Now that we know the 2008 Lincoln penny could be worth a fortune, how do you spot one? The first thing to look for is the double die obverse error. Inspect the lettering, date, and Lincoln's profile closely under good lighting. Look for any signs of doubling on the details. Next, pay attention to the overall condition of the coin. The more pristine the coin, the higher its potential value. Make sure to handle the coin carefully to avoid any damage, and consider storing it in a protective holder. Where to sell or auction your rare coins? If you think you have a rare 2008 penny on your hands, you'll want to get it professionally evaluated. A reputable coin dealer or a certified grading service can examine your coin and provide a detailed report of its condition and potential value. If your penny has a high value, you might want to consider selling it at auction. Major auction houses such as Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers have been known to sell rare and valuable coins for astronomical amounts. Some buyers at these auctions are willing to pay top dollar for a one-of-a-kind find. Final thoughts: the 2008 Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how something as small and ordinary as a penny can have extraordinary value. If you have a 2008 penny, it's definitely worth taking a second look. With its unique error varieties and potential for high-grade condition, this coin could be worth a lot more than you think. So keep your eyes peeled. There might just be $1 million penny in your change jar. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more coin-related content. Have you found any rare or valuable pennies? Let us know in the comments below. We have an exciting and potentially life-changing topic for you. You might think that all pennies are worth just 1 cent, but some rare ones are worth way more. In fact, today we're diving into the 1988 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny and its surprising value in the market. If you have one of these in your coin jar, stick around because you could be sitting on a gold mine. Now, let's talk about the 1988 D Lincoln penny. At first glance, it may seem like a regular penny, but there's more to this little coin than meets the eye. Most 1988 pennies were struck at the Denver Mint, which is why they carry the D Mint mark. These coins were produced in large quantities, so they aren't rare by themselves. However, a few specific 1988 D pennies have become incredibly valuable to collectors, and some are even worth millions. You might be asking, what makes these pennies worth so much? Well, it's all about the condition, unique characteristics, and a few special errors. Let's break it down. First, the standard 1988 D penny, in average circulated condition, is worth only its face value, 1 cent. But that's not what we're focusing on today. Some 1988 D pennies have been discovered with rare and unusual features that make them valuable. For example, there are reports of a very specific 1988 D penny with a unique error, the infamous double die error. The double die error happens when the coin is struck twice, causing some of the lettering, such as the Liberty or In God We Trust, to appear doubled. This error is very subtle and hard to spot, but once you know what you're looking for, you can identify it easily. If you happen to have one of these rare double die 1988 D pennies in good condition, it can fetch anywhere from $100 to even $500,000, depending on the quality of the strike. That's right, a 1988 D penny worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. But it doesn't stop there. There are also other varieties that have a high value, like coins with unusual wear patterns or overstrikes, where one coin was struck onto another, creating a unique imprint. Some of these can be worth millions of dollars, especially if they come from a limited batch or were minted incorrectly. Now, if you think you've found one of these rare pennies, the next step is to get it graded by a professional. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. The higher the grade, the more valuable your penny is. A mint state 1988 D penny with a double die error in a grade of 65 or higher could easily reach into the six-figure range, or more. Grading is crucial because it helps buyers and sellers determine how much a coin is worth. A penny in perfect condition will be worth far more than one that's heavily worn or damaged. So, make sure to keep your coins in good condition and get them professionally evaluated. Remember, the key factors that increase the value of a 1988 D Lincoln penny are rarity, condition, and errors. So, before you toss that penny into your jar, take a moment to check it closely. You never know, you could have a hidden treasure. Over the years, collectors have paid top dollar for these types of rare coins. And it's not just about the money. There's something truly fascinating about holding a piece of history in your hands. Some of the most expensive 1988 D pennies have been sold at major coin auctions for staggering amounts, even reaching into the millions of dollars. So, it's definitely worth checking your collection, especially if you have a 1988 D penny. To give you an idea of just how much these coins can be worth, some recent auctions have seen 1988 D pennies with unique errors sell for over $2 million. So, if you're holding onto a rare one, you might want to get it appraised by a professional coin dealer or auction house to get the best price. So, there you have it, the 1988 D Lincoln penny, an unassuming coin that could be worth a fortune. Keep an eye out for those rare errors, and if you find one, be sure to get it checked out. Who knows? You might just have a coin worth millions in your pocket. If you want to learn more about coin collecting or find out if you have other rare coins, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or if you've found a rare coin yourself. We have a fascinating topic that could turn your loose change into something worth a fortune. We're going to dive into the world of rare coins and specifically focus on the 1968 mint-marked Lincoln penny. You've probably heard the saying, "It's just a penny." Well, that may be true for most pennies, but when it comes to certain years and mint marks, a single coin can be worth a lot more than you'd expect. In fact, the 1968 Lincoln penny, especially in certain conditions, could be worth millions of dollars. So let's get into the details, uncovering what makes this penny so valuable and how you can tell if you have one. First, let's talk about the history of the 1968 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent, of course, has been one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history, first minted in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln. Over the years, Lincoln pennies have been produced in various mint locations across the United States, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The 1968 penny was minted at the San Francisco Mint, hence the S mint mark. Now, what's so special about this particular penny? Well, in 1968, the U.S. Mint was still producing pennies primarily in copper, and at the time, they were issued as part of the regular circulation. However, what makes the 1968 unique is the variety of errors and variations that have been discovered over the years, turning what was once a typical penny into a sought-after treasure for collectors. One of the most intriguing versions of the 1968 penny is the 1968 double die obverse penny, often abbreviated as DDO. So what does double die mean? It refers to a minting error where the design of the coin is stamped twice, creating a visible doubling effect on certain parts of the coin. For the 1968 DDO penny, this error was primarily found on the date and the inscriptions on the obverse side of the coin. That's the side with Lincoln's portrait. In these cases, you'll notice that the date, 1968, and the word, Liberty, appear with a slight doubling or shadow effect. The doubling is subtle, but if you look closely, it's definitely there. This error is highly coveted by collectors, and even though it's rare, it's not the only thing that makes this penny valuable. So, why is this penny worth so much money? Well, there are a few factors at play here. First, let's talk about rarity. While the 1968 DDO penny is rare, it's not as rare as some other coins in the market. But it's still considered one of the most valuable pennies out there, especially for those in mint condition. The condition of the coin is critical to its value. Coins that have been well preserved and graded highly by professional numismatists can fetch much higher prices. For example, a 1968 DDO penny in excellent condition, let's say a grade MS67 or higher, could easily be worth tens of thousands of dollars. But wait, there's more. On extremely rare occasions, a 1968 DDO penny has sold for over $1 million. Yes, you heard that right. Millions of dollars. These sales typically happen at high-end auctions, where collectors compete fiercely to own a piece of U.S. history. So, how can you tell if you've got one of these valuable coins in your collection? Let's break it down. The first thing you need to do is check for the mint mark, that small S, on the reverse side of the coin. If it's there, you have a 1968 penny. Next, you'll want to examine the coin closely for signs of doubling. The most obvious places to look are the date and the word, Liberty, on the obverse side. If you can spot a doubling effect, it's a strong indication that you have a DDO variety. Now, examining the coin under magnification is crucial to spotting the fine details. If you don't have a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe, I highly recommend you get one. It will help you identify even the smallest flaws and doubling effects. Lastly, once you think you've found a 1968 SDDO penny, you'll need to get it professionally graded. The value of the coin skyrockets based on its condition, and the grading process will help determine if it's in top-tier shape or if it's been worn down from years of circulation. If you're lucky enough to have a 1968 SDDO penny, you might be wondering how you can cash in on your find. Well, the first step is to take it to a professional numismatist or coin dealer. These experts can help you assess the value of your coin and guide you through the selling process. You could also consider selling your coin at an auction. The highest prices for rare coins are often achieved at auction settings, where collectors are willing to pay top dollar to get their hands on a coveted piece. Of course, before selling, you'll want to do some research on the current market value. Coin prices fluctuate based on demand and rarity, so it's important to stay updated on the latest trends. To sum it all up, the 1968 Lincoln penny is more than just pocket change. With the right mint mark and specific errors, it could be worth millions of dollars. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who's interested in learning more about rare coins, this is one penny you'll definitely want to keep an eye out for. So, check your change, inspect your pennies, and who knows, you might have a small fortune in your hands. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on all things rare coins and collectibles. We're diving into a coin that could make you a fortune. Have you ever wondered if that old penny you found in your pocket could be worth millions? Well, it just might be. Let's talk about the 1992 D mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin that's got collectors buzzing with excitement. Now, the 1992 D Lincoln penny may look like just another regular coin from your change, but don't be fooled. This penny, in certain conditions, can actually be worth a lot more than its face value, potentially even millions of dollars. It all comes down to a rare mistake that was made during its production. Let's break it down. First things first, what makes this penny so special? The 1992 D penny is minted in Denver, and while most of them are just like any other penny, there's a small but important detail that sets some of them apart. A rare error that was made in the minting process. If you closely examine your 1992 D penny, you'll notice the D mint mark, which stands for Denver. But here's where things get interesting. In 1992, a specific number of pennies were accidentally struck without the D mint mark at all. These error coins are known as the No D 1992 pennies, and they're extremely rare. Now, these coins are highly sought after by collectors, and if you happen to have one, you could be holding on to a small fortune. So how much are these error pennies worth? Well, in perfect condition, they can fetch anywhere from a few $1,000s to several million, depending on the coin's quality, rarity, and the buyer's interest. Coins are graded based on their condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. A 1992 No D penny in mint state, graded MS65 or higher, can be worth tens of thousands of dollars. But in perfect condition, graded MS70, the value skyrockets into the millions. It's important to note that the regular 1992 D pennies, the ones with the mint mark, aren't worth much more than their face value. But the No D version? That's the one to look out for. The reason they're so rare is that the minting error was corrected quickly, and only a small number of these No D pennies were released before they fixed the problem. The 1992 No D pennies are considered one of the most significant coin errors in recent U.S. history. Because of the rarity and the uniqueness of the error, collectors are always looking for them. If you happen to have one, it's definitely worth getting it graded by a professional coin grading service to see how much it might be worth. So, what should you do if you think you've found a 1992 No D penny? First, take a close look at the coin. the lack of a mint mark will be the key giveaway. Then, consider getting the coin authenticated and graded by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. This will ensure you get the full value if you decide to sell it. The value of these rare coins can fluctuate depending on demand, but some have been known to sell at auction for over $100,000. And that's just the starting point. In the right condition, with the right buyer, a 1992 no-D penny could go for millions. So, check those pennies in your coin jar or your spare change. You never know if you've got a hidden treasure on your hands. And remember, when it comes to rare coins, knowledge is power. Keep an eye out for minting errors, especially those that can turn your pennies into huge profits. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin. Who knows, you might be the next lucky coin collector to strike it rich with a 1992 no-D penny. We're diving into a rare and fascinating topic, the 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. If you've got one of these coins sitting in your collection, you may want to pay close attention because these pennies could be worth more than you ever imagined, potentially even millions. Let's break down why these coins are so special, how to identify them, and what makes them valuable in the market today. First, let's briefly cover the basics for anyone new to coin collecting. The Lincoln penny, or the 1-cent coin, has been in circulation since 1909, making it one of the most iconic and widely recognized coins in U.S. history. The coin features President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and has gone through several design changes over the years. The 1980 version features Lincoln's portrait on the front, while the reverse shows the famous Lincoln Memorial. But here's the interesting part. The 1980 penny, when it lacks a mint mark, is what catches the eye of collectors and investors. In 1980, the U.S. Mint produced Lincoln pennies at both the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. Typically, coins produced in Denver have a D mint mark on the reverse, while coins produced in Philadelphia do not have a mint mark. Now, most of us are familiar with the typical 1980 pennies that either have the D mint mark or are minted without a mint mark in Philadelphia. But here's where things get interesting. A select number of 1980 pennies from the Philadelphia Mint were struck with no mint mark at all, leading many collectors to believe that some of these coins were actually errors. This rare variety has captured the attention of numismatists and coin collectors worldwide. The key to understanding why these 1980 no-mint mark pennies are worth so much lies in their rarity and the error associated with them. The fact that a coin from the Philadelphia Mint lacks the expected mint mark makes it a highly sought-after collectible, especially if the coin is in pristine condition. These coins were struck with such precision that they could potentially grade well in a professional coin grading service, such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. The value of these rare pennies is influenced by factors such as their condition, scarcity, and demand. As with most rare coins, the better the condition, or grade, the more valuable it becomes. A 1980 penny that grades MS67 or higher could fetch a significant amount of money at auction. In some cases, these coins have been known to sell for thousands of dollars, with some even reaching over $1 million for the absolute best specimens. Now, let's talk about how to identify a 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. You'll want to start by checking the reverse side of the coin. As mentioned earlier, coins struck in Philadelphia typically do not feature a mint mark, while those struck in Denver have the D mint mark. If you have a 1980 penny with no mint mark and you're not sure where it was minted, check for signs of an error, such as an overpolished die or other unique characteristics. Keep in mind that the lack of a mint mark alone doesn't automatically make a penny valuable. The condition of the coin is critical. Look for coins that are free of wear, scratches, or other damage. If your 1980 no mint mark penny is in exceptional condition, you may have a hidden treasure on your hands. Let's get down to the numbers. So, what is the actual market value of these 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies? Well, as with any collectible item, the value fluctuates based on supply and demand. However, a coin in excellent condition can easily fetch several $1,000s. In fact, some of the highest graded specimens have sold for as much as $2 million at auctions. But don't expect every 1980 no-mint mark penny to be worth that much. The key to finding valuable coins is in their rarity and the demand for them among collectors. Coins that grade out at MS67 or higher are your best bet for maximizing the value. If you're looking to buy or sell a 1980 no-mint mark penny, there are several reputable places to do so. Auctions, both online and at coin conventions, can be great places to find these rare coins. Websites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Stack's Bowers galleries have seen incredible sales of rare coins in the past. But remember, when selling or purchasing rare coins, it's important to work with trusted dealers and professionals. Make sure to have the coin properly graded by an official grading service before putting it up for sale or making a purchase. If you're new to coin collecting, here are a few tips to help you get started with finding rare coins like the 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Start with research. Learn about different coin types and their history. Understanding the features of each coin will help you identify rarities and errors. Always examine the details of a coin closely. Look for any unique characteristics or potential minting errors. Get coins graded. Professional grading can help determine the value of a coin and give you a more accurate idea of its worth. Build relationships with dealers. Establish connections with trusted coin dealers who can guide you in acquiring rare and valuable coins. So, there you have it. The 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is not just another ordinary coin. It's a valuable rarity in the world of numismatics. With the right knowledge, patience, and attention to detail, you could be holding on to a potential fortune. Keep your eyes peeled for these rare finds, and happy collecting. If you enjoyed this video and want more coin collecting tips and insights, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. We're going to talk about a rare and valuable coin that you may have in your collection or even in your spare change, the 1985 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. This is one of those coins that could be worth millions of dollars, but not everyone knows why. So, sit back, relax, and let's dive into the fascinating world of rare pennies. The Lincoln penny, also known as the 1-cent coin, has been in circulation since 1909, featuring President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side. However, what makes the 1985 no-mint mark Lincoln penny so special? Typically, every U.S. coin features a mint mark, indicating where it was produced. The 1985 penny, however, was struck in Philadelphia, where the mint mark is usually absent. While this may seem like a standard coin, there's a very important reason why this coin could be worth a fortune. Now, here's the twist. The 1985 no-mint mark Lincoln penny could be worth millions because of a rare error. You might be wondering, what kind of error are we talking about? Well, some 1985 pennies were accidentally struck with the wrong die or had errors in the minting process. These coins have characteristics that make them extremely rare, and as with any rare item, the value skyrockets. For most regular pennies, there's a certain standard for what they're worth, typically just 1 cent. But when you factor in error coins, like a 1985 penny with a rare mistake, the price can jump dramatically. Some of these errors can involve misaligned dies, double die designs, or even wrong planchets, which make them collectible to both coin enthusiasts and investors. So, how much could a 1985 no-mint mark Lincoln penny be worth? Well, it depends on the condition and the type of error. A regular, circulated 1985 penny without a mint mark is worth only 1 cent, but a well-preserved or error coin can fetch hundreds, thousands, or even millions of dollars. Coins with obvious errors, such as a double die or misstruck design, are worth much more. There have been reports of certain error coins, especially those with very significant mistakes, being sold for upwards of $100,000 or even more. A few rare cases, particularly ones where the coin was preserved in near-perfect condition, have commanded prices reaching millions at auctions. You might be asking, how can I tell if my 1985 penny is worth a fortune? Here are a few tips to help you identify whether your 1985 no mint mark Lincoln penny is valuable. Look for errors. Inspect your penny closely for any obvious minting mistakes, such as doubling of letters or numbers, misalignment of the design, or even unusual shapes and markings. Check the condition. The better the condition of the coin, the more valuable it will be. Look for coins with minimal wear, good detail, and original luster. Coins graded as MS65 or higher can fetch much more on the market. Use magnification. A magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe can help you examine the fine details of the coin, especially to spot subtle errors. Consult an expert. If you suspect your penny could be worth something, consider taking it to a professional coin dealer or a grading service to have it appraised. Sometimes, even a small error can make a coin extremely valuable. There have been numerous reports of rare 1985 no mint mark pennies being sold for astounding prices at auctions. For example, in 2019, a 1985 penny with a prominent error was sold for over $50,000. In 2021, another similar coin fetched close to $150,000. It's important to note that not every 1985 penny is worth this much. The rarity of the error and its condition are key factors. But as more collectors and investors turn their attention to rare coins, the market for valuable pennies continues to grow, making it more likely that some 1985 no mint mark pennies could eventually be worth a lot of money. If you think you've found a rare 1985 no mint mark Lincoln penny, there are a few ways to sell it. Auction houses. Many high-end auction houses specialize in rare coins and can help you get top dollar for your valuable penny. Trusted coin dealers can appraise your penny and offer a fair price based on current market trends. Websites like eBay and other specialized coin selling platforms allow collectors to find rare pennies and make offers. Remember, the more rare and pristine your coin is, the more you can expect to get for it. So, always make sure to properly protect and store your valuable coins. In conclusion, while most 1985 Lincoln pennies are worth just 1 cent, a rare 1985 no mint mark penny with minting errors can be worth an incredible amount of money. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone looking through your spare change, keep an eye out for these rare coins. With some luck, you might just be holding a penny that could make you a millionaire. Thank you for watching, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date on all things coin collecting. Who knows, your next coin might be worth a fortune. If you're a coin collector or just someone who loves learning about rare coins, then today's video is going to blow your mind. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1973 mint mark Lincoln penny, and whether it can really be worth millions of dollars as some claim. Stick around because we're about to uncover some amazing facts, bust a few myths, and get to the truth behind this coin's value. Let's start with the basics. The 1973 Lincoln penny is part of the series of pennies minted by the U.S. Mint, and it features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, with the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The D in the mint mark stands for the Denver Mint, where these coins were struck. In total, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies in 1973. But what makes the 1973 penny stand out among the crowd? Well, most of them are pretty standard and worth only their face value, 1 cent. But some collectors believe certain 1973 pennies could fetch much more. Here's where things get interesting. There are claims that certain 1973D pennies are worth far more than their typical value because they feature a rare error, the double die obverse. This occurs when the coin's design is stamped more than once, resulting in a noticeable doubling effect in certain parts of the coin, like the date and the lettering. The 1973D double die obverse is extremely rare, and it's considered one of the key varieties for collectors looking to complete their Lincoln penny collection. If you happen to find a 1973D penny with noticeable doubling in the date or other details, hold on to it. It could be worth a significant amount. Now, let's talk numbers. A typical 1973D penny, in good condition, is worth about 1 cent. Nothing extraordinary there. However, the 1973D double die obverse, which is a rare find, can command much higher prices in the market. In some cases, these rare double die pennies can be worth anywhere from a few $100s to even a few thousand, depending on the severity of the doubling and the coin's overall condition. But wait, there are reports of auction sales where some 1973D double die obverse pennies have fetched over $20,000. Yes, you heard that right, $20,000. However, the idea that a 1973D penny could be worth millions is highly exaggerated. While these double die coins are valuable, they haven't reached the astronomical values of some other rare coins, like the 1913 Liberty Head nickel or the 1943 copper penny, which have fetched millions at auctions. So, how can you tell if your 1973D penny is a rare double die variety? The key is in the details. Look closely at the date, particularly the numbers. 1973. If you notice a noticeable doubling, meaning the numbers appear blurry or offset, that's a sign that you might have a double die penny. Additionally, check the lettering around the coin. If the letters in Liberty or In God We Trust show any kind of doubling, then your coin could be a rare find. It's important to inspect the coin with magnification to get a better view of any doubling that might be hard to spot with the naked eye. If you think you've found a 1973D double die penny, don't just rush to sell it on eBay or to a coin dealer. It's crucial to get it professionally graded by a reputable organization, such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. The grade will help determine the coin's true value. Coins that are in higher grades, meaning they have fewer scratches, wear, and imperfections, are worth more than those in poor condition. Once graded, you can then take the next steps to sell it or add it to your collection. But be careful. Some people have tried to sell ungraded coins at inflated prices, hoping to cash in on the hype. So always make sure your coin is authenticated and graded before making any big moves. While it's tempting to believe that a coin from the 1970s could fetch millions, the reality is much different. Coins, like the 1973D double die obverse penny, while rare and valuable, are not on the same level as some of the most expensive coins in the world, such as the 1933 double eagle or the 1794 flowing hair dollar. These ultra-rare coins have rich histories and fewer surviving specimens, making them worth millions. On the other hand, there are simply more 1973D pennies out there, and while the double die variety is rare, it hasn't reached the same extreme levels of demand and scarcity as some of these truly one-of-a-kind coins. So while a 1973D penny could be worth a few $1,000s at best, it's unlikely to ever reach the $1 million mark. To wrap things up, the 1973D Lincoln penny, especially the double die variety, is a fascinating coin for collectors and can be worth a lot more than face value. However, while the value of some rare specimens can reach into the thousands, the idea that a 1973D penny could be worth millions is simply not accurate. If you happen to come across one of these rare coins, remember to get it professionally graded and authenticated to get the most accurate value. And always be cautious of inflated claims in the marketplace. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1973D penny and its potential value. If you learned something new or want to share your thoughts, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on any of our exciting coin collecting videos. Thanks for watching and happy collecting. We have something truly extraordinary to talk about: the 1964 D mint-marked Lincoln penny. This particular penny might just be sitting in your pocket or a drawer somewhere, and you could be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. Stick around to find out why this coin is considered so valuable and how much it's worth in the market today. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Here it is, the 1964 D Lincoln penny. At first glance, it looks like just any other penny you'd find in your pocket. But here's the kicker: it's the rare 1964 D variety that has collectors and investors buzzing. Now, you might be wondering, what makes this penny so special? Well, let's dive into the history and the reasons behind its astronomical value. In 1964, the U.S. Mint was producing pennies by the billions to meet the demand. But during the production process, there was a rare and unique error that occurred. A small number of 1964 D Lincoln pennies were struck with certain characteristics that made them stand out from the rest. To understand how these coins became so valuable, we first need to look at their history. The 1964 D penny was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark on the reverse side of the coin. The D stands for the Denver Mint, which is one of the primary locations where U.S. coins are produced. But here's where things get interesting. A small percentage of these coins were struck with a specific error that has made them extremely valuable today. This error is known as a double die or a die clash, and it results in the coin having double or tripled images, especially noticeable in the date or the letters on the coin. As you can see, the double die error causes the date 1964 to appear blurry or doubled, and sometimes even the letters of Liberty or In God We Trust can have noticeable doubling. This error was extremely rare, which is why it adds so much value to the coin. Now, you might be asking yourself, how rare is this coin? Well, the 1964 D double die penny is considered a 1 in a million find. Experts believe that only a handful of these coins exist, and that rarity is what drives the market value through the roof. In terms of value, this rare 1964 D penny can be worth anywhere from a few $100s to over $1 million, depending on its condition, the severity of the error, and its overall rarity. Coins that are in mint condition, without any signs of wear and tear, have been sold for as much as $1 million at auctions. It's an incredible price for a coin that you could easily overlook in your spare change. At recent auctions, these rare 1964 D pennies have fetched insane amounts. For example, one was sold for over $300,000 in 2021, and another made headlines when it was auctioned for more than $1 million. This goes to show just how much collectors and investors are willing to pay for these rarities. So how do you know if you've found one of these rare coins in your collection? Well, the first thing to do is check the date and mint mark. You'll want to make sure it's a 1964 coin with a D mint mark, which indicates it was minted in Denver. Then, examine the coin closely for any signs of doubling or errors in the lettering. If you notice any unusual doubling or the coin looks off, it might just be one of these rare double die pennies. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to really examine the details. Focus on the date, the lettering around Lincoln's portrait, and the words E pluribus unum. Look for any signs of doubling or other abnormalities that could indicate a rare, valuable error. But wait, not every 1964 D penny will be worth millions. The condition of the coin is crucial in determining its value. A coin in perfect condition with no wear, scratches, or damage is far more valuable than one that's been through years of use. Coins that are graded in higher condition, such as MS65 or higher, are the ones that can fetch the big bucks. Coins are graded based on their appearance and condition, and this is a critical part of determining their market value. A coin's grade can be assessed by a professional grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, or NGC. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. Now, let's talk about the market for rare coins. If you think you've found a 1964D penny that could be worth big money, what do you do next? First, you'll want to have the coin authenticated and graded by a reputable professional. After that, you can start exploring options for selling the coin through auctions, dealers, or even online marketplaces. Some collectors will even pay premium prices for these rare finds, so don't just give it away without doing your research. Coin auctions, especially those held by big-name companies, are a great place to find buyers willing to pay top dollar for a rare 1964D penny. In some cases, these auctions are where coins fetch the highest prices. In conclusion, the 1964D mint-marked Lincoln penny is more than just another coin in circulation. It's a piece of history, and if you happen to have one of these rare double-die-era coins, you could be holding onto a small fortune. Always be on the lookout for unusual coins in your change, and don't forget to carefully check the details. Who knows, your next penny could be worth millions. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos on rare coins, valuable collectibles, and everything in between. If you have any questions or comments, drop them below. We'd love to hear from you. Happy collecting, and good luck hunting for those hidden treasures. We're going to talk about a coin that might be sitting in your collection, or even your pocket right now, and it could be worth a small fortune. Yes, you heard that right. We're going to dive into the 2016 D mint-marked Lincoln penny and explore why it's one of the most sought-after coins in the market. You may just have a rare treasure in your hands without even knowing it. But before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on any valuable coin tips and news. Let's get into it. First things first, let's cover the basics. The 2016 D mint-marked Lincoln penny is a part of the ongoing series of pennies minted by the United States Mint. But what sets this specific coin apart from the rest? Well, for one, the 2016 D penny is a regular penny, but there's a very specific reason that makes it so rare and valuable. Most of the time, when we think of rare pennies, we think of older ones like the 1909 SVDB or the 1955 double-die penny. But the 2016 D penny has gained a reputation for being incredibly rare due to a minting error that makes it an anomaly in the world of coins. You see, during the production of the 2016 D Lincoln penny, a certain error occurred that led to the creation of a coin that's drastically different from your average penny. It's believed that a large number of these pennies were struck with a faulty die, leading to an unusual feature that collectors are now scrambling to get their hands on. The error is known as a double die obverse, meaning that the design on the front of the coin, specifically the Lincoln portrait and the inscriptions, was struck twice, creating a distinct doubling effect. This isn't just any ordinary doubling either. It's the kind of doubling that makes it unmistakable for the naked eye. And the value of these coins can go through the roof because of this error. Now, why does a mint error like this make a coin worth so much? Well, errors in coins, especially modern ones like this, are incredibly rare. The fact that a large number of 2016 D pennies were struck with this double die error has made them highly sought after by collectors, who are willing to pay top dollar for them. At the time of writing, a single 2016 D mint-marked Lincoln penny with the double die error can be worth anywhere from hundreds to thousands of dollars. That's right. A penny that was originally worth just 1 cent could be worth thousands because of this unique error. In fact, there have been reports of these coins selling for over $100,000, and some even hitting $1 million price tag in the right conditions. The value depends largely on the condition of the coin, the extent of the error, and whether the coin has been professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. If you think you might have a 2016 D penny with a double die error, here's how you can spot it. First, look at the Lincoln portrait on the obverse front of the coin. If you see any visible doubling of Lincoln's features, especially around the cheek, nose, or the lettering Liberty, then you've likely got the double die error. Next, check the inscriptions on the coin. Look for any signs of doubling in the words, "In God We Trust," and "United States of America." Finally, don't forget to check the mint mark, D, for any doubling as well. The 2016 D penny with this error is quite rare, so if you spot doubling in these areas, you've found a valuable coin. Grading and certification. Now that you know how to spot a 2016 D double die penny, the next step is getting it graded and certified. The value of your coin can increase significantly if it is graded by a reputable service. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin will be. Make sure to have your coin professionally evaluated so that you can get an accurate value and ensure its authenticity. If your coin is in excellent condition and it passes the grading process, you could be looking at a significant payday. Just remember, the key factors in determining value are the rarity of the error, the coin's condition, and whether it has been certified by a respected grading service. If you find that you've got one of these rare 2016 D double die pennies, you might be wondering how to sell it for the highest price. The best way to sell a rare coin like this is by working with reputable coin dealers, auction houses, or online marketplaces like eBay. You could also consider submitting the coin for auction through a service that specializes in rare and valuable coins. Keep in mind that a professional auction house will give you access to serious buyers who are looking to purchase rare coins. When selling your coin, make sure to provide detailed photographs showing the error clearly. A well-documented coin with clear images will attract serious buyers who understand the value of the coin. While the 2016 D double die penny is definitely one to keep an eye on, there are plenty of other rare and valuable pennies out there. For example, you should also look out for the 1995 double die penny, the 1909 SVDB, and the 1943 copper penny, which are all highly prized by collectors. There are also many other modern coins with errors that could potentially be worth a lot of money, such as quarters, dimes, and nickels. Always be on the lookout for unusual features, like misprints, die cracks, or other defects. So, there you have it. The 2016 D mint mark Lincoln penny might just be sitting in your collection, or even your pocket, and it could be worth a small fortune. With the double die error making these pennies so rare and valuable, you could be looking at a coin worth thousands, if not millions, of dollars in the right market conditions. Remember, if you think you've found a valuable coin, have it professionally graded and certified. Whether you keep it as part of your collection or decide to sell it, you're holding a piece of American history that could turn into a huge payday. Thanks for watching today's video. If you found this information helpful, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more coin collecting tips and valuable information. Drop a comment below if you found any rare coins, or if you have questions about coin values. We're diving into a unique coin, the 1986 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. You might be wondering, what's so special about that? Well, keep watching, because this coin has a value that could reach up to millions of dollars. Yes, you heard that right. A penny worth that much? Let's get into it.so first. Let's talk about the 1986 Lincoln penny in general. The Lincoln cent, as you probably know, has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1909. The 1986 penny was minted at two different locations, the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. Usually, coins minted in Philadelphia don't have a mint mark, while coins minted in Denver feature a D mint mark. But here's where things get interesting. There are some 1986 pennies that have been found without any mint mark, which is highly unusual for that year. Now, why is the 1986 Lincoln penny with no mint mark so valuable? It all comes down to a rare error. While most pennies from 1986 were either minted in Denver with a D mint mark or in Philadelphia with no mint mark, some experts believe that a small number of these pennies were mistakenly struck at the Denver Mint but failed to receive the expected D mint mark. Coin collectors refer to these coins as missing mint mark errors, and they are extremely rare. The value of such a coin comes from its rarity, combined with the fact that collectors are always looking for mistakes or anomalies in coin production. When something like this happens, the rarity boosts the price significantly. So, what's the actual value of the 1986 no mint mark penny? Well, the value of this coin can vary depending on the condition. In average circulated condition, it could be worth a few $100s. However, if the coin is in mint state or has been graded by a reputable grading company like PCGS or NGC, the value could shoot up significantly. In fact, certain no mint mark 1986 pennies have been sold for prices in the tens of thousands of dollars. And if a coin is in flawless, pristine condition, it could fetch over $1 million at auction. That's right, over $1 million for a coin that's just a penny. So, how do you spot a 1986 penny without the mint mark? First, you need to examine the reverse side of the coin. Normally, you'll find the D mint mark just beneath the word Liberty if it was minted in Denver. But for the rare variety we're discussing, that mint mark will be absent. Next, you'll want to look for any signs of wear and tear, as this can affect the value. If your 1986 penny is in excellent condition with sharp details, that significantly increases its worth. Now, you might be wondering why a coin with such a simple mistake can be worth so much money. The truth is, errors in coins have always fascinated collectors. Errors are rare, and rare items are always in demand. As for the 1986 no mint mark penny, it's not just a matter of the error itself. It's also the story behind it. Because only a small number of these coins were ever produced, their scarcity makes them highly sought after. Additionally, the fact that they're from the 1980s means they're still within modern times, which only increases their allure among collectors who may have grown up with coins from that era. If you think you found a 1986 no mint mark penny in your change or in your coin collection, the next step is getting it appraised. It's important to have a professional look at the coin to confirm its authenticity and condition. If you're planning to sell the coin, you can approach a reputable coin dealer, but if the coin is truly valuable, consider selling it at auction to maximize the potential value. There are a few online platforms and auction houses where collectors can bid on rare coins. Some of these auctions have seen significant sales for similar rare pennies, so it's worth doing your research before selling. To wrap things up, the 1986 no mint mark Lincoln penny is one of the rarest and most valuable coins that could be hiding in your collection or even in your pocket change. If you come across one, take a closer look. It might just be worth a lot more than you think. Thanks for watching today's video. If you learned something new, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future content. Let us know in the comments if you have any rare coins in your collection. Maybe we'll do a follow-up video on even more rare pennies and other hidden treasures in the world of coin collecting. We're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, focusing on a specific penny that has left collectors and coin enthusiasts buzzing: the 1981 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Is it really worth a fortune? Let's find out. To most people, a penny is just a penny, worth 1 cent, a small part of our change. But in the world of coin collecting, even the smallest details can turn a seemingly ordinary coin into an extraordinary treasure. Now, you may be asking yourself, what's so special about a 1981 Lincoln penny? Isn't that just another coin made in the 1980s? Well, Here's where it gets interesting. The 1981 penny, when minted, was expected to follow the standard pattern with a D or S mint mark, showing whether it was made in Denver or San Francisco. But what if we told you that some 1981 pennies have no mint mark at all? Yes, that's right. These pennies are the focus of some serious buzz in the numismatic community. Why is this significant? Well, pennies without a mint mark are extremely rare for this year. The vast majority of 1981 pennies were struck in the Denver Mint and bear the D mint mark. So how do you end up with a penny without a mint mark? It's all about a very rare error during the minting process. In 1981, the U.S. Mint was operating at full capacity, producing millions of pennies every day. However, it appears that some pennies were struck without the mint mark due to an error in the production process. This rare occurrence created a handful of 1981 pennies that are virtually untraceable, and that rarity has caught the attention of collectors. Now, before you start scouring your pocket change, let's talk about the conditions that make these coins so valuable. First, the penny must not have a mint mark. Second, it must be in pristine condition. These rare pennies, when found in mint state and properly graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, can fetch impressive amounts at auction. So what's the value of a 1981 no mint mark Lincoln penny? Well, it's not as simple as just pulling one out of your wallet. Experts say that these rare pennies could be worth anywhere from hundreds to potentially millions of dollars, depending on the rarity, condition, and demand in the market. But not every 1981 penny without a mint mark will fetch millions. The key is the coin's grade. Pennies in poor condition are generally worth only a small premium over face value, but those in uncirculated or gem condition can attract serious money. It's a coin collector's dream. Finding one in near-perfect condition could open the door to a six-figure or even seven-figure payout. When it comes to coins like the 1981 no mint mark penny, it's all about rarity and demand. The combination of the minting error and the coin's age makes it a highly sought-after piece in the world of numismatics. If you find one, get it graded by a professional. You never know, it could be worth far more than you expect. Despite the excitement, there are also many rumors and myths circulating about these rare pennies. Some claim that every 1981 penny without a mint mark is worth a fortune, but that's simply not the case. The market for rare coins fluctuates, and the value of a specific penny can vary based on the factors we've discussed. To truly assess whether your 1981 no mint mark Lincoln penny is worth a small fortune, you'll need to have it professionally evaluated. If it checks out as a genuine error coin and is in top condition, you might just be sitting on a gold mine. But remember, while these coins can be incredibly valuable, the chances of finding one in perfect condition are slim. Recently, these rare pennies have started to attract attention at auction houses, where they can sometimes sell for jaw-dropping amounts. In fact, some have been rumored to fetch over $1 million, though these cases are exceedingly rare. So, if you come across a 1981 penny with no mint mark, it's definitely worth taking a closer look. Get it authenticated and graded, and who knows, you might just discover a hidden treasure. In the world of coin collecting, even the smallest details can change the value of a coin from a mere penny to a millionaire's dream. So keep your eyes open, check your change, and who knows, your next find could be worth more than you ever imagined. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating insights into the world of rare coins and collectibles. Who knows what treasure is waiting for you? We're going to dive into the story of this rare penny, why it's so valuable, and how you could potentially have one sitting in your coin jar worth millions of dollars. So sit back, relax, and let's uncover the mystery of the 2008 no mint mark Lincoln penny. First, let's set the stage. The Lincoln penny has been one of the most iconic coins in American history. first issued in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Since then, it's undergone a variety of design changes and updates. The 2008 penny, however, stands out for a particular reason: its lack of a mint mark. Now, to understand why this is important, we need to know a bit about mint marks in general. Mint marks are small letters stamped onto coins to indicate where they were minted. For example, coins minted in Philadelphia usually don't have a mint mark, while those from the Denver Mint have a D, and those from the San Francisco Mint have an S. But in 2008, something unusual happened. A small batch of Lincoln pennies were produced without any mint mark. This happened because the United States Mint, during the production of pennies for 2008, was experiencing some logistical issues that resulted in a lack of a mint mark on certain coins. These pennies, originally thought to be simple errors, have become a huge topic in the coin collecting world. You may be wondering, how could a simple error like this make a coin worth millions? Well, it turns out that only a few of these coins were ever made, and because of their rarity, they've become one of the most sought-after collectibles in recent years. The 2008 no mint mark penny was supposed to be issued only in Philadelphia, as no mint mark is typically used on coins from this mint. However, due to a mix-up in the mint's production process, a number of these coins were struck without the usual P mint mark that you would typically find on pennies from Philadelphia. What makes this situation even more interesting is that the 2008 penny from Philadelphia was originally intended to be the first of a new design. The reverse of the coin was redesigned to show the Union Shield, an important symbol of the United States. But with the lack of a mint mark, the 2008 no mint mark Lincoln penny stands as a true error coin, one of the rarest of its kind. Now, let's get to the juicy part. How much are these pennies worth? When it comes to error coins, rarity is the key factor in determining their value. Most 2008 Lincoln pennies from Philadelphia have a mint mark or no mint mark at all. However, those without any mint mark are extremely scarce, with only a few reported to exist. Because of the rarity of the 2008 no mint mark Lincoln penny, collectors have been willing to pay top dollar to get their hands on one. In 2009, a 2008 no mint mark penny was sold at a public auction for over $2 million. Yes, you heard that correctly, $2 million for a single penny. This sale set a new record for the value of a modern coin and caught the attention of collectors and investors worldwide. The reason for this astronomical value lies in the combination of rarity, demand, and the error associated with the coin. Many people are now on the lookout for these elusive pennies, checking their spare change to see if they might be sitting on a hidden treasure. It's important to note, however, that not every 2008 penny without a mint mark is worth millions. There are some factors to consider when determining the value of a coin, such as the coin's condition, authenticity, and provenance. So, how can you tell if you have one of these valuable pennies? First, you'll need to examine the date on the penny. If the year is 2008, check closely to see if there's a mint mark under the year. Most 2008 pennies from Philadelphia will have the P mint mark, while those from Denver will have the D. If there's no mint mark at all, that's when you need to get excited. Next, you'll want to look at the condition of the coin. Like with any collectible, the better the condition, the more valuable it is. Coins with no wear or damage, known as uncirculated coins, are typically the most valuable. Finally, ensure that the coin is genuine. There are many counterfeit coins out there, and you don't want to waste your time with a fake. If you suspect your penny could be an error, it's a good idea to have it professionally graded by a reputable numismatic organization. If you think you have found one of these rare 2008 no mint mark Lincoln pennies, the next step is to get it evaluated. Take it to a local coin dealer, or better yet, send it off to a professional grading service. They will inspect the coin for authenticity and assign it a grade based on its condition. If the penny is authentic and in great condition, it could be worth thousands or even millions, depending on the rarity of the specific coin. Also, it's important to be cautious when selling or auctioning your coin. The market for rare coins is full of potential buyers, but not every offer may be legitimate. Work with reputable auction houses or dealers who specialize in rare coins to get the best price for your 2008 no mint mark penny. The 2008 no mint mark Lincoln penny is an incredible piece of numismatic history, and its value continues to skyrocket as more collectors and investors discover its rarity. Whether you find one in your pocket change or come across one in a collection, it's important to know what you have and how much it's worth. So, if you happen to spot a 2008 penny without a mint mark, don't throw it away. It could be worth a fortune. Keep searching your change, check your collections, and who knows, one day you might be the lucky owner of a coin worth millions. Thank you for watching, and remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more exciting coin stories and tips. We're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins out there, the 1973 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. This particular penny has caused a lot of buzz in the coin world, and believe it or not, it could be worth millions of dollars. Stick around as we explore why this coin is so valuable, and how you might just be holding a small fortune in your pocket. Let's start with the basics. The Lincoln penny, which has been in circulation since 1909, is one of the most common and widely recognized coins in the United States. But in 1973, something unusual happened with the production of these pennies. Typically, U.S. pennies from that era will have a mint mark to indicate which mint facility produced the coin, like the D for Denver or S for San Francisco. But the 1973 penny in question is a no mint mark coin. This is where things get interesting. You see, a mint mark indicates where the coin was struck. Most 1973 pennies were minted in either Denver or Philadelphia, but a few, without the usual D or S, were mistakenly released into circulation. These, no mint mark, 1973 pennies are extremely rare, and when you have a rare coin, you're likely to have something valuable on your hands. So, why is this coin so valuable? It all comes down to rarity. Coins that are not supposed to be in circulation, like the 1973 no mint mark penny, become highly sought after by collectors. The rarity of this error is not just about how few were made, it's about how few are left in circulation. Over the decades, many of these coins were likely spent, lost, or damaged, making them harder and harder to find in good condition. Reports suggest that only a very small number of these coins made it into circulation. Some estimates place the number of surviving 1973 no mint mark pennies at just a handful, which means, if you happen to find one, you could be holding a piece of history worth a small fortune. Now, let's talk money. The 1973 no mint mark penny, despite its seemingly low denomination, can be worth an incredible amount of money. Depending on its condition, collectors and dealers are willing to pay top dollar for this rare coin. In fact, some reports have suggested that pristine, uncirculated examples of this coin can fetch anywhere from tens of thousands to over $1 million at auction. Yes, you heard that right. A penny worth millions. Condition: coins that are in mint state, meaning they have minimal wear and tear, are worth much more than those that have been heavily circulated. Provenance: the history of the coin, including where it's been and who has owned it, can increase its value. Demand: since so few of these coins are in good condition, demand from serious collectors keeps the price high. Coins that are graded as MS65 or higher, essentially meaning they're in near perfect condition, can go for astronomical prices. If you ever find a 1973 no mint mark penny in uncirculated condition, don't just throw it in your change jar. Get it checked out by a professional coin grader, as its value might surprise you. So, how do you know if you've got one of these rare coins? It's simple. Look at the date and check for the mint mark. Unlike most pennies from that time, a 1973 penny without a mint mark means it's a potential find. Keep in mind that many coins from 1973 will have a D or S mint mark, so if you find one without, it's worth taking a closer look. Another way to identify the rare 1973 no mint mark penny is by looking at the coin's overall quality. If it shows little to no signs of wear, especially in the details on Lincoln's portrait or the lettering, it might just be a high-grade coin. If you're unsure about your coin's authenticity or value, it's always a good idea to consult with a professional coin appraiser or take it to a reputable coin dealer who can verify its worth. The coin market has seen a rise in demand for rare pennies, especially those with minting errors. Many collectors are willing to pay large sums for a piece of U.S. history, and the 1973 no mint mark penny is no exception. If you find one, there are a few steps you can take to maximize its value. Get it professionally graded. A coin's grade is crucial when it comes to determining its market value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, and higher grades command much higher prices. Getting your coin graded by a professional service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, is the best way to ensure you know exactly what you have. Consult with dealers. Once graded, you can shop around to find a reputable dealer who specializes in rare and valuable coins. They will help you understand its true worth and offer advice on selling or holding onto it. Auction it off. Many collectors choose to auction off rare coins, either online or at a major auction house like Heritage Auctions. This allows you to reach a wider audience and potentially get top dollar for your rare find. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and you never know when you might stumble upon a hidden gem. Whether it's a penny, a nickel, or a quarter, there are countless rare and valuable coins circulating right now, and many of them could be worth a lot more than you think. The 1973 no mint mark penny is just one example of how small, seemingly insignificant coins can hold massive value. So, the next time you're sorting through your change, remember to keep an eye out for anything unusual. It could be the key to a small fortune. And there you have it, the fascinating story of the 1973 no mint mark Lincoln penny, and why it could be worth millions. I hope you found this video informative and exciting. If you think you've found a rare coin, or if you just love learning about these hidden treasures, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Have you ever come across a rare coin? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your story.